Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh Shemiel, Mashai, Bahashim, Makakodash, and all honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them and taught us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful like tabernacle of David, the Aquath that are listening, learn it being a pillar of rest, the 144,000, one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother slash elder. Shalom and salutations to you all. We're in a new phase, a new paradigm. Okay. And we have to understand through the Spirit what's being said. The war has begun. Begun means the elect of Israel are the beginning. Yeah? Begun. The war has begun. What war? We already won. Begun. The beginning of what? Sorrows, maybe. All right? The beginning. We're in the beginnings of things. So let's find out what these words mean. And then we'll come back and listen to Travis a little bit. We'll bring it to an end. Old Travis had a prepared homestead because we listen to these preppers. You know, they're not quite on the level, on the frequency, but they got some good ideas. Anyway, we'll start right here with the beginning and the end. 2nd Ezra 6 and let's just cut to it. Let's get the beginning and the end. 9. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end. Stop. Esau is the end. Just consider these words. Esau is the end. And stop right there. Of the world, yeah, but end. Right? Jacob is the beginning. Of what? Don't worry about that. Jacob is the beginning. So when we go back to begun, who are we dealing with? We're dealing with Jacob. We're dealing with end. Who are we dealing with? What's left of the world that we're in right now. The world, what world? The one that we're in right now. And then, okay, that's dealing with these worlds. But just focus on this. End means Esau. Beginning or begun, Jacob. So when we go back here, the war, it already tells you who won. Okay? Whose name is on it. All right, so anyway, what else over here? Quickly. Did I go anywhere? The end. For example, Ezekiel 7 and 6, an end. Who? An end has come. The end has come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it has come. Who's being spoken to? Your end, fool. It has finally arrived. Your who? Who's that? See how this works? For Esau is the stop. End. Okay. Go back. Who's the end? The end has come. For who? For you. Your. Who is the your? That guy. Esau. It has awakened against you. Who? Esau. Okay. Sometimes the wicked is referring to wicked ass Israelites, but you got to, through the Spirit, you have to know. All right, which is a different lesson. But right now, understand that who's that? Okay. And end is, whose end is coming? Esau's end. All right. So when we go back here, right, the war has begun. Now let's go here real quick. All right, now that we've done, let me read this whole thing. Ezekiel 7 and 6. And it has come. The end has come. It watcheth for thee. Remember that? It watcheth for thee. Your favorite scripture. Behold, it has come. Hey, guess what? We're here. According to that. Okay, now, let's go here. The beginning. Let's get these beginnings. Let's get this one first. New beginnings. Go to Matthew. But the end is not yet. What is it? These are the what? Matthew 24. The what of sorrows? Whose sorrows? Let's go right here to the KOJV. All these. All right. But the end is not yet. Where is it? But the end is not yet. right? All these, all what? Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, famines, pestilences, earthquakes. Okay? All this shit, false Christ, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Whose sorrow? Jacob's trouble. Who? The beginning. I'm having a little fun here, but follow me in the spirit. All right. Guess what, Jake? You got to go through. You have to endure until the end. It says the end is not yet, but this is the beginning. One more beginning. Let's go here real quick. One more beginning. Your beginning, Jake Salaki. 2nd Ezra 16 and 18. The big, let me start at 17, Salaki. Woe is this as Ezra was tripping. You understand? He's exclaiming. This is an exclamation. Oh, hell. Oh, y'all got me fucked up. Oh, y'all got me fucked up. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrow. Who's beginning? He's like, look at Jake. Jake, you're catching it. Right? But for all that, those things, they shall not turn from them. Who? Jake. The beginning of sorrows, Jacob's trouble. See, when you read it spiritually, Ezra was getting a vision of what was happening to Jake. Look at they grabbing Jake. Look what they're doing. They're leading Jake. They're kettling. Don't, Jake, don't go to the protest. Don't go. It's a trap. Jake, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Okay. Where were we at the end over here? Who was the end? Ezekiel. Behold, the end has come. Your Esau. Okay? Jacob is the beginning. So we got to go through hell, right? We got to go through this dude's fiery end, right? Just to get plucked out of the fire. But we got to go through the fire to get plucked out of the fire. And then shortly after that, then our beginning, the real beginning, all right, the beginning of righteousness, all right, on the earth. Anyway, let's listen to a little bit of what Travis has to say. The war has been, what war? It's a blessing to us, all right? Yahushua is coming.
So this is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, I'm telling you, get your house in order for quite a while, folks. Raining a little bit here this morning. Probably going to be like this all day long. But yeah, some big things happened last night. You know, about 24 hours prior to that, I'd said that an Israeli attack on Iran was imminent. I had a few people say that I was crazy and wrong. But yeah, it did happen. And there's more to talk about with that. Yeah, it's a lot. Anyways, I wanted to cover a couple of things before we get into that. I know that's what everyone's wanting to talk about right now. It's what all of the news, the rage is all about this. Israel.
You know, what's going on is there's a media blackout on anything except for Israel's kicking ass. Okay, remember that.
Iranian war that's happening. But yesterday, interesting enough, it kind of shocked some of the MAGA people, and they're a little bit upset. Actually, there's been several things in the last 24 hours that Trump supporters have kind of not been too happy about. Number one, yesterday the president talked about amnesty for a lot of illegals.
Huh? You mean you're gonna kick them out and then you're gonna let them back in because you know that this place won't run without them. So all this bullshit. You fired a whole bunch. Oh, Doge fired a whole bunch and hired them right back within a day. So everything that they do, they step on their own nutsack, turn around and have to try to sew that nutsack back together. All right, and they don't understand the Most High.
He was
Got that
saying
trick bag out.
we're not going to, kick out all these people that are farmers working on farms and working in restaurants and working in hotels.
Well, wait a minute. That's not what the devil. These white boys like this. No, hell no, motherfucker. We got them on the run. We got to get them out.
Service industry and stuff, that it would just cripple those industries, that they wouldn't have a way to function, that these people have worked for farms for 10, 20 years, and we're not going to kick them out, that there would most likely become a path for amp.
And what he's really saying is we really can't kick them out because now that we got these niggas stirred up, we need to watch our step because they can rise up, take us down. They are a whole lot more than we are.
Steve. A lot of people didn't like that. I don't like that. I mean,
Esau don't like that.
I don't know. We'd need a whole lot more details before I think a lot of people would be supporting that. He also said that he thought it was a great idea to have Chinese students come into the United States.
After that deal, yeah, we're going to let Chinese students, and China can continue to do whatever the fuck they were doing before those tariffs. This dude is turning coat on everything he set up in the first place because it destroyed him and the American economy.
He's talking about somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000. He says he's always supported having students from China come to America.
Lie. China! We gotta get China! We gotta get China! We gotta get China!
And he would be okay with, after they, go to college and get their degree, of staying here in America. And I'm sure
that's a lie. All right, Esau don't want nobody here. Esau don't like Moab. Right? Esau knows what Moab got his eye real tight on the Shanty side, Shanty side juke. The Shanty side juke. Okay.
Reporting back everything they know and see to China. So that was interesting. Also, and I'll get to this more in just a second here. Apparently, yes, we are involved in this. I mean, maybe we weren't involved in the initial stages. Maybe not. We'll talk about that. But the president came out early this morning or late last night, however you look at it, that we will defend Israel, that we will be part of that. So, as you all know, unless you've been, very heavily sleeping for the last 14 hours or so, Israel did, in fact, launch an attack on Iran.
But did Iran get something? Did it get that thing started? See, because the real attack is going to come days from now after they've softened up the iron. You got to soften up the Iron Dome. Everybody knows that before you launch a real attack, you got to soften up the Iron Dome. Okay? How do you do that? Oh, you launch about 100 drones and waft them out and let the Iron Dome go get them. And once the Iron Dome ain't got no more ammunition, they can't reload. Then you send the attack. How long from now?
And this is quite impressively strategic. There's a lot that I'm not going to get into because it's just kind of the detail.
I just got into it.
But, apparently they had a lot of agents inside Iran. They obviously had people inside Iran bringing coordinates or painting targets because the precision was quite impressive. At least that's what's being reported. They had
Palantir, one word. Palantir. Gotta watch out for Palantir. They're running that software, they get to know shit. And that shit's coming home to roost. Okay? Volunteers coming on the rooster.
Secret drone facilities inside of Iran building drones. Apparently, that's what we're being told. This morning they're saying somewhere
That's what we're being told. Like weapons of mass
neighborhood of 78 people died. Most of those are military officials, top brass in Iranian military and air force, and scientists also. It does look like that they attacked a couple of Iran's nuclear facilities. Iran is saying that there was no real serious damage. There's no indication of any kind of radiation leak. You have to understand these facilities are being reported to be, upwards of a half a mile underground. And if that is true, I'm not aware of any bunker busting bomb that can make it that deep. So maybe those things are still intact. Now, Israel has said that this operation will last at least 2 weeks or until it is complete. And everybody's kind of waiting for Iran because Iran has stated that they will retaliate very harshly. It's reported that about 100 attack drones flew into Israel. Israel claims that they shot all of them down.
Walked right into the trap. Shoot all of them down next time. Now you have 200 less shots to shoot down. See the strategy?
That certainly isn't
strategy.
Attack. I think personally that it will happen after dark, which, dark sets in over there here in probably about 4 hours.
What did he say? Listen again.
And everybody's kind of waiting for Iran because Iran has stated that they will retaliate very harshly. It's reported that about 100 attack drones flew into Israel. Israel claims that they shot all of them down. But that certainly isn't the attack.
That certainly isn't the attack. What was that? Softening up the Iron Dome.
I think personally that it will happen after dark, which, dark sets in over there here in probably about 4 hours. So sometime after that, that will also be the start of Israel's Shabbat. So it's very likely that we'll see that. Iranian media is reporting that Iran will launch about 5,000 ballistic missiles on its first launch. I think that's well within the possibility. If you remember back when Iran and Israel
when they only launched 300, you mean 5,000?
Did a little tuffle for a couple of days. When Iran did strike back, it took them a bit. It wasn't immediate, but when they did, it was quite impressive.
With 300.
It was more than I thought that they would do. A few hundred ballistic missiles. And it did kind of overwhelm Israel's defense systems.
Effed them up. Scared the shit out. But the Most High sent them angels to work on them minds, and here we are. Here we are again. They're about to do the same thing again. They didn't heed the warning because those 200-300 missiles that they shot, it changed the game. But here we are.
And already the Pentagon and U.S. intelligence officials are worried that this retaliation attack will overwhelm Israel's defense systems. And
they yet durst fight. You see what's going on? They're walking straight into this thing, right? Knowing what the outcome is going to be, and they yet durst fight.
There's been reports in the last several hours of United States military assets, planes and stuff being moved out of places in the Middle East over to Israel. Like I said, the president came out saying that we will absolutely support and defend Israel. More elected officials than I can count online have come out saying that we will absolutely support. The secretary of the House Speaker, multiple congressmen and multiple senators, they're all coming out saying that we will support Israel. So I knew that would happen. I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is going to be different." I said that when push comes to shove, we will support Israel. Even as early as this morning, the president of the United States, Trump, was saying that Iran still had a chance to come back to the table. That this could all stop. They could come back to the table and continue negotiations. And Iran sent word that they will not be attending. That they are pulling out of any negotiations with the United States, and they are blaming the United States. They're saying that the United States was involved in this, and that may be something that has a lot of people, unsure of. The Mark Rubio, the Secretary of State, came out very, very rapidly last night with a statement saying that the United States was not involved in this at all. We had no prior knowledge, all of this kind of stuff, that this was completely independent of Israel, and that the United States should not be retaliated on by Iran. But
It's not going to fly. Anyway, even if they're not in at this point, okay, after this serious, devastating strike, Israel won't be able to fight back, and Babylon will be forced into, they will be conscripted into the fray. All right. So I let this guy talk. I'm going to give him 3 more words, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up.
Then it didn't take very long afterwards to find at least some confusing and conflicting information. Israeli news, several sources in Israel, their news is claiming that the United States did know and that they were involved in some form or fashion. Maybe not in pulling the trigger.
And whether they were or not, of course, all Israel, oh yeah, oh no, they weren't doing it. Right? And of course they are.
But in intelligence and guidance and things like that. There are unconfirmed reports that there were some Israeli missiles launched from United States controlled areas in Iraq. It's unconfirmed. That could be not true. Remember, in the fog of war, like I've always told you, those first few days, there's a lot of misinformation.
Okay, well, what I do know is that Iran says, or Khomeini says, America is involved, in attack. Okay. So they already know. Two days ago, one day, Putin shield. Khomeini says he knows. Trump issues warning to Iran. Let's see. Iran takes revenge. I'm not going to look for it. Okay. Khomeini. Okay. U.S. not involved. Khomeini says differently. He says he knows. So I'll leave it at that. We'll see how it washes up. But as you can see, okay, this thing is in full swing. Okay. All you see is, oh, Israel attacks. Iran is attacking, right? They're both attacking. That's what happens in war. One side hits, the other side hits back. One side hits, the other side hits back. Iran takes revenge. You got to go to Wyon. See? Watching now. So who's winning? Trump warns Israel not to blow it by attack. This is, 22 hours? That's a day ago. By attacking Iran before nuclear deal. Yeah, that's old. Yep. So it's on. All right. Some time has to pass before we even really know. U.S. is not involved, right? But Khomeini says different, right? Anyway, so yeah, here we are. Here we are. Let's just get the least of the flock and we'll get out because that's what happened. Why is America about to be drawn in? Right? What's it, Isaiah? Um, Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Idumea, Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. We just saw that. Okay? And that prophecy just came to pass. Surely, it surely came to pass. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So, we'll keep our eye on it and continue to monitor. And, we know where it's going. Iran is about to do what they do. They're about to unleash, they're drawing out the Iron Dome right now, sucking the defense mechanisms out, right? That's why they got all of those drones, right? Oh yeah, go ahead and take this one down. Take them all down. So with that, we'll keep our eye on it. We hope that the elect ratified your brother and few sisters. Shalom.